At Bell Group, it is our #1 priority to safeguard the health, safety and well-being of everyone on site and working within our premises. Please take a few minutes to watch our film and keep these points in mind to protect yourself and those around you. The majority of paint we use is water-based. However, you may come into contact with lead-based materials in older properties, such as heritage or government buildings. Guttering, downpipes, door frames, fascias and soffits, as well as postboxes, may all contain lead-based paint. Lead test kits should be used to check whether old paintwork is contaminated. Do not drill, hammer, saw, demolish or remove lead-based materials unless informed it is safe to do so by a Bell Group manager. Never eat or smoke in a lead-contaminated area. Lead can enter the bloodstream orally and through your skin. Use the appropriate RPE and PPE designated and follow the lead controls as instructed by your manager. Typical RPE would be an appropriate respirator and other PPE such as suitable gloves and overalls. Your contract manager should advise on the correct site protection and disposal of lead-based paint. Always make sure that your working area is kept clean and tidy. Never block pathways or access routes with equipment, materials or waste. Ensure that all cables are kept clear of the working area and that there are no trip hazards. Dust sheets must always be firmly taped down. All spillages must be cleaned up immediately. Spill kits should be carried in all Bell Group vehicles and store areas. All rubbish must be removed from site daily to the agreed safe disposal point or back to your Bell Group branch for recycling. Always be aware of needles and other sharp objects. Do not attempt to remove them. Report them to your supervisor, who will arrange safe removal. Always ensure you are wearing the correct PPE to prevent injury. No Bell Group employee is ever expected to work in unsanitary conditions. If the area where you are working is found to be unsanitary, leave the area and contact your supervisor. As a Bell Group employee, you are responsible for using and maintaining your PPE as directed. You should always ask for extra training if you are unsure. PPE and uniform is issued to all new employees. Make sure you look after this. Worn items will be replaced free of charge, but it is necessary to give these worn items to your supervisor or storeman before asking for new ones. Every 6 months, you will be given the chance to replace items for your personal kit at no charge to you, but you will be charged for lost items which need to be replaced before this. In cases where specialist PPE items are required, information will be in your site documentation and will be handled by the contract manager. Respirators will be available on all sites and should be used as directed by your risk assessments, induction and daily work briefings to make sure that dust and toxins don't have any adverse effect on you. Make sure you have the right mask for the job. FFP2 masks are used for dust activities. FFP3 masks are used in potential lead or asbestos environments. Both of these masks are available from your supervisor. It is essential that anyone using a mask doesn't have a beard and that the mask fits properly. It is Bell policy to use equipment suitably fitted with dust extraction apparatus to protect the health and safety of our employees. Sweeping up is the biggest cause of harmful dust, so we must do all we can to reduce dust. Try to keep dust to a minimum by using alternatives to sweeping up. Let's ban the broom. In extreme cold weather, ice and snow should be cleared away from the working area. If available, icy paths can be treated with grit or salt to prevent slipping. Speak to your supervisor to make sure the products you are using are suitable for extreme conditions and if it is safe to continue work. Extreme heat can also lead to exhaustion, so always make sure your working area is well ventilated and shaded. Drink plenty of water and make sure you use high-factor sunscreen. Working in high temperatures does not give you the right to strip off. All electrical equipment used on site must be PAT tested, certified and labelled. You must ensure pre-use visual inspections are carried out on each piece of equipment. If the certificate has expired or is missing, do not use it and contact your supervisor immediately. In August 1999, the EU banned the use of asbestos. However, buildings built before 1999 have a higher probability of asbestos being used within their construction. For your safety, please be mindful of the following on your site. Make sure you and your colleagues know where asbestos could be present at your worksite. Have you properly understood the site safety documentation? This is vital for your personal safety. Here are a few examples of where asbestos-containing materials can be found in commercial, residential or industrial properties. Ceiling tiles, partition walls, fire doors, vinyl floor tiles, textured coatings such as Artex, gutters and downpipes, soffits, interior window panels, exterior window panels. If you ever suspect asbestos in your work area, stop work immediately. Do not resume work until instructed that it is safe to do so. Everybody has to lift heavy objects at times. It is essential that you follow the guidelines on manual handling and get help if the item is heavier or more unwieldy than you can manage. Don't try and muddle through, as this may cause personal injury and lead to a long time off work. Always pay careful consideration to where you are working. If you are alone, do your colleagues know where you are? Never become involved in disputes with members of the public. If you feel that your location is unsafe, talk to your supervisor to make sure that you do not become a victim of violence and aggression. Bell Group has a zero-tolerance policy on the misuse of alcohol, drugs and solvents by all employees. The company does not wish to interfere with any employee's personal life or social activities. However, employees should understand that the adverse behaviour and judgment caused by alcohol and other substances can affect your work activities and hence the safety of yourself and colleagues. Bell Group regularly carries out random tests for drugs and alcohol. Any employees who are found to be under the influence of drugs or alcohol during working hours will be subject to disciplinary action. The policy is there to safeguard all of the workforce. Employees who recognise that they may have an alcohol or drug problem, or that they are at risk of developing one, are encouraged to come forward for confidential help. They should seek an appointment in confidence with their line manager, branch manager, or even our HR manager. If you would like to speak in confidence to someone outside of your working environment in relation to personal well-being or any of the issues raised in this film, please call our helpline in confidence. Please remember all of the points we have raised to safeguard you and your colleagues at all times. Always ensure that you are wearing the correct personal protective clothing and know how to use it properly. Do not start work without a daily briefing. If you have any concerns about your working environment, speak to your supervisor straight away. Don't just assume that all will be okay eventually. Please remember our key beliefs. Zero tolerance to unsafe behaviour. If you see a problem, help to solve it. Think before you act. Details can be found on our website, company notice boards, or from your local branch. Thanks for taking the time to watch our video, and remember, stay safe.